in Seattle. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a hit and lost the football. It's out. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Third and long, it's locked. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They snap it to Locke. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A handoff to Barkley. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Throwing left side, it's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal.
Hey. We're gone right.
Here's Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Let's go get it right here. Come on. Don't take forever, okay?
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
315. Hey, check 51. Check 51.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, here's Lott. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Looking for his receiver sharp, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. After the interception, here's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, Wilson. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Play action. It's Wilson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On first down, Love to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw on second down is Love. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. Luck now after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Throwing again is Love. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Luck now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Here's Luck. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Wilson being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by James Bradbury. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. After the interception, it's Luck. Over the middle to Beckham. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Luck on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Drops it off for Chubb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. A final shot before the break. Luck. And it's a touchdown for the New York Giants.
Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
And bulldozing his way through. He finds Beckham complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a 1st down. Luck now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. play action. It's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Now Zare Jones coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, Luck. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Talk.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds Latavius Murray. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Luck. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. So, line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Following the penalty, Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Luck now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he rifles one incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Going up top. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. On second down, Wilson.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
23 yards on the play.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart. Valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They go with Chubb on second down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Eluding the pressure right, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. First down, they'll run with Chubb. And an alley run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And again, it's Chubb. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, here's Wilson. Got a man complete. This is Richard Rodgers. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Flushed out right. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. On first down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right. Tries to make something out of nothing here. And he winds up
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This is Chubb. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. The Giants on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Forced out to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now out come the Giants. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Wow. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They pitch it to Chubb, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Luck going to throw it. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd down and 12. Luck. Caught left side. It's Beckham. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run with Murray. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the first. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know a field goal ties it, but I'm not just tempted to go for it. I say do it. At this spot of the field, go get the touchdown.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this one is right through. And that's going to tie things at 20. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game with that play. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. From the gun, here's Lott. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down. That's one of those pivotal plays that'll just stick out in everybody's mind from this game. If he picks that off, what a momentum swing down here in the end zone.
And he did his job. He knocked the ball away, but it does feel like a letdown for him and his teammates, doesn't it? A chance to intercept it, turn it back over to his offense with a chance to win the game.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They run it again with Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
He's going to fire one deep open. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. Let's keep playing. What do you say?
Fine by me. I'm loving what we're seeing here. This is a heck of a game. And now, guess what? kicker may decide it again, and the next one that does it wins it.
New York set to take the field. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
And I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up, lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive. Not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise the offense is just trying to find...
Oh, and it's intercepted! Picked up by Xavier Howard. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's caught, Lockett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawks first down. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Rashad Penny, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game. Check, got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
Ayy, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. But don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, now it's by the stove. Big inside this case is once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay your out on the flow. 19 with a I got rich by myself, rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help, they keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said broski you a star. I said brother hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream